Welcome to the Women's Motorsports Network podcast, the show that puts the spotlight on the incredible women who fuel the world of motorsports. From drivers to crew members, engineers to fans, and everyone in between, we're here to celebrate the trailblazers, dreamers, and doers shaping the sport we love. Each episode, we share inspiring stories of females of all ages from every corner of the motorsports universe, past, present, and future. It's a journey through the seasons of life filled with heartfelt moments, laughter, and a whole lot of horsepower. So, whether you're a lifelong fan, a racer yourself, or simply curious about the extraordinary women behind the wheel, settle in, relax, and enjoy a fun and uplifting ride with us. This is the Women's Motorsports Network podcast, connecting and celebrating women in motorsports, one story at a time. Let's hit the track. Promoting a track takes heart, and now showing appreciation can be just as easy. With send-out cards, you can thank sponsors, volunteers, drivers, and fans with personalized digital cards sent right from your phone or laptop. Add a photo, write a message, and hit send. It's that simple. Unlimited sends for just $10 a month. Go to sendoutcards.com/53240. That's sendoutcards.com/53240 because gratitude builds great tracks. Hello, everyone. This is Melinda Russell with the Women's Motorsports Network podcast. And my guest today is McKenzee Hogan. McKenzee, I want to welcome you to the show. And would you first tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is McKenzee Hogan. I'm 15 years old. I drive a 2023 Mike Boss, and I've been racing for 8 years. I have two younger brothers. Jackson is 5 years old, and Jaden is 10. And I have two dogs. I live in North Carolina, and I'm homeschooled in 10th grade.
10th grade, okay. Awesome. Yes, so you've been racing for 8 years, so half your life.
Yes, ma'am. It's been a great 8 years.
So, McKenzee, tell me, if you've been racing for that long, who got you started? How'd you get interested in motorsports?
We went to the Charlotte 4-wide, and a friend of a friend was there and let me sit in her dragster. And that's when I knew I was interested in racing.
Mm-hmm. And so you were probably 7 years old or so.
Yes,
did you say to your parents, I want to do that? And what did they say?
They were really happy and excited for me to start.
Okay. So were they drag race fans? Is that why you had gone to watch?
Yeah. My dad used to race before I was born. But...
Okay. That's usually the story. Somebody in the family raced, but not always. It doesn't always happen that way. So, and he was a drag racer, so that's probably what he wanted you to follow in his footsteps. Okay. All right. So, how soon did you get a dragster after you went there?
I want to say like a month or two later.
Yeah. So pretty much right away. And who helped you then learn how to drive that car?
My dad was a big part in it, and my mom. They got a car. We lived in a neighborhood, so we were in like the end of the neighborhood. So we got the car, got a motor for it, got safety stuff for it. They sat me in the car, and I made test hits in the driveway.
Okay. All right. And then how long before you went to your first race?
I think like a couple months later.
Okay.
They let me test it for a while.
And where did you go to test it? Do you remember?
Galot Motorsports Park.
Okay.
In Benson, North Carolina.
All right. And do you remember how you felt that first day when you were going to go like actually test the car?
I was really excited. My dad told me not to like take it easy, and I did not. I was excited for the first time, and I made a full pass.
Yeah. It's easier to ask forgiveness. What is it? Easier to ask forgiveness than to ask permission. So you just went ahead and did your thing. And what did he say when you got done?
He was really excited for me, and
Okay.
basically was very excited for me to continue racing.
Oh, that's awesome. So that started when you were 7 or 8. So now that you're 15, tell me the steps. What have you done since, you've gotten a different car, obviously. It's a 2023. So tell me, like, how many different cars have you had, and how did you go about getting this new one?
I've had 4 different cars. This is my 4th car.
Okay.
Um, my last car, I won a championship in it, but I was getting too big for it, so they got me a new one.
Okay.
Yes.
So where was the championship at?
Galot Motorsports Park in
Okay.
2022.
All right. So that must be your home track.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. So you won the championship in 2022. That's pretty exciting. You had to have only been 12 years old, 13 years old,
Yeah, I was 13.
13. Um, and I know junior dragsters are kind of are they more by age bracket, or are they more by what kind of car you drive?
So we race locally and we travel with the PDRA circuit. So with the PDRA circuit, they have 2 different junior dragster classes. They have top and they have pro. So for top, it's 6 to 12, and
Okay.
you qualify off of reaction time. And so for the pro class, it's 13 to 17, and it's 790 heads up. So you have to
Okay.
qualify based on 790.
And so you were in the 13 to 17 class, and that's the year you won the championship.
I think I just turned 13, so I was still in the top class.
Okay.
And then the next year I changed to the 13 to 17.
Okay. All right. So that's pretty exciting to have a championship already, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
A lot of people go a long time and never even get a win, much less a championship. Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty cool. So are there a lot of girls that you race against?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much equal where I race. There's a very good variety of both.
So, and that's the thing I notice about especially junior dragsters. There's a lot more girls involved than a lot of other motorsports starting out. Now, I mean, go-karts and there's a lot of girls, but junior dragsters seems to be more 50-50 than maybe any other series that I follow. Lots
Yes,
of
ma'am.
girls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's definitely equal.
Yeah, I think so too. So, what do you love most about being involved in motorsports?
I definitely like hanging out with my family every weekend, because my younger brother also races. Um, so I definitely like hanging out with them um, most of the time, and friends.
Friends that you've made at the track?
Yes, ma'am.
So are any of the people at the track, I mean, I know you're homeschooled, but you probably went to school at some point, right? Or have
Yes,
you
I did.
always, yeah. So do any of the kids that you knew maybe from school race, or these are all new friends you've made?
So these are all new friends I've made. I think most of them I first met when I started racing.
Okay.
We all started at the same time, so it's definitely
Okay.
been a very cool journey
So
with them.
you've been on a path with a lot of the same people.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That always makes it, I think that makes it better because you're your own little community kind of, the kids that have started together. So is the winning the championship your proudest moment, or do you have any
Yes.
more?
Um, that's one of the bigger ones. And then in 2022, I also won in oh, Summit Motorsports Park in Ohio. I won in Top Junior Dragster. And then in
Okay.
2023, I won Top Junior Dragster um, at Galot Motorsports Park.
Okay. So you've had a lot of success already,
Yes,
McKenzee,
ma'am.
haven't you? Yeah, absolutely. And does your dad still work on the car and help you with the car?
Yes, he does. He does most of the work on it.
Okay. Do you go out in the shop and help, or is it mostly he is the one that works on it?
I help on some of the stuff I can. If I can't do it, he'll help me do it.
Okay.
Um, but we both work on it.
All right. Because it's good to kind of know what makes the car go if you need to tell them something that's wrong with the car, right? It helps you to
Yeah.
know. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
So, tell me about a race that you either won or lost that you'll never forget. Do you have one that just sticks out?
It was definitely the first one I won in Summit Motorsports Park in Ohio. That was definitely one of the bigger ones because it was my first PDRA win. It was definitely a lot of excitement in that one.
I'm sure. And how old were you then?
I think I was 12
12.
or 13. I think
Yeah.
I just turned 13.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. What's the one thing that's been the hardest thing for you to learn about drag racing or winning, getting down there ahead of everybody else?
Definitely driving the finish line. That one's a difficult one. Um, it definitely still has, still working on that one. But that was definitely a very big working thing.
It was a challenge and you're still
Yeah.
working on it. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So there's a lot of girls in the sport. Do you kind of hang out together? Do you, are some of the guys your friends? Because I think a lot of times when I ask people or ask young women what's their favorite part, they say their family, which you said, and then they also say hanging out with my friends because a lot of times, girls that have friends in their home, like in their neighborhood or whatever, or their school, their friends don't understand why they want to go to the racetrack every weekend. But your friends are all pretty much already at the racetrack, right?
Yeah, they are.
So that makes it easier to be like excited to go to the track because your friends are going to be there.
Yeah, it's definitely very exciting when they're there because we all support each other and watch each other race and support each other on our wins, and we discuss what happened with our own if we lost or won,
Yeah.
um, and we help each other.
That's good. That's good to know because it's encouraging to you to know that you can battle down the track and then you can still be friends when you get back to the pit area.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
So when you have a bad day at the track, which everybody does, how do you handle it? And have you ever felt like I'm done? I just don't want to do this anymore.
It's when I have a bad day at the track, it's we basically I just hang out with friends and we like discuss what happened, and or I go in the trailer, pull data off of my car, put it in the computer, look at the graph, and see what happened. Um, it just depends on like
Yeah.
me and my dad discuss what happened.
But you never just say I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
No, it just makes me want to get in the car again.
Okay, that's good. That's what I wanted to hear you say. Do you have any superstitions or pre-race like rituals that you follow? Do you always wear the same shirt or the same socks or you always do your hair a certain way?
So before each pass, one of the big ones is me. I say a prayer. Me and my mom say a prayer, and me and my dad say a prayer. We each have our own little prayers that we say before I go down the track.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. It makes you feel calm, doesn't it? To know that that's
Yes, it
happening.
does.
Yeah, for sure. And the more calm you are, the better you race. Because if you get yourself all wound up, then that doesn't always go very well, for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you balance racing? So you're homeschooled, but you still have schoolwork and things to do. I'm sure you still have to, keep your room clean and help with chores around the house. And then there's all the racing. How do you balance all that and maintain good grades and good racing?
So for school, I do it before I go to the track. So normally we leave for a track on a Friday, or if to we're going to Michigan, we're on the way to Michigan. So I normally do my schoolwork before that Friday or whenever we leave, or if I can't do it before we leave, I do it on the way to the track.
Okay. All right. So you're on the way to Michigan right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you in the motorhome?
Yes, ma'am.
I thought so. So where are you going in Michigan?
We are going to US 131.
I knew you were going to say that. Well, I am so disappointed because I'm only 15 minutes from there is where I live, but I'm leaving to go to Arizona tomorrow to see my
Oh
kids
wow.
and grandkids. Otherwise, I would be there to watch you race. Now that's very disappointing for me because I've sat here all summer and and haven't had anybody to watch, and then you're going to be here and I'm not going to be here. But that's how it goes. But that's a great park. Have you ever been there before?
I've been there not last year, but the year before we went there and we ran
Yeah.
it.
It's a really nice. I think it's a nice facility for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that track.
So, are there any younger girls that kind of look up to you that you maybe are a mentor or you coach or you help at all?
There's a couple that will come up to me every once in a while and like ask about my car or driving, and I'll try to help them, um, and I'll watch some of them.
Uh,
But yeah, there's a couple.
so, what advice would you give to a mom or a little girl that came up to you and they said, you know, we just love drag racing. We'd like to, my daughter would like to get started. You know, is it a good sport for girls? What would you say to them?
Practice helps you get better, and you lose more than you win. But no, don't give up and keep trying.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because that's motorsports. You'll never have a perfect season, probably ever. I don't know anybody that's ever had a perfect season in racing. Not it's not like soccer or softball or something where they could win every game. It just doesn't work that way. But it doesn't matter because you just keep going back and you want to get that next win or that next, go that next step for sure. So your dad does the setup on the car. Do you help with that at all, or are you involved with that part of it?
Um, yes, some of it I am. Me and him have had to change a motor on my car before. Um,
Okay.
and I'll help him with like the tires and the gas and everything. But normally, if it needs like maintenance on the clutch or something, I'll help.
Okay.
It just depends on what it needs to be done with it.
All right. So when you get to the starting line, are you calm and focused on what you're going to do, or are you kind of nervous and hyped up and maybe a little aggressive?
I'm normally calm, especially if nothing like if there's an oil down or something. I'm more like more nervous about it. But normally, if it's just like a regular one, nothing happened. I'm normally calm and ready to go.
Okay. What's something you've learned from watching other people? Because I'm sure you watch, the other racers that you're racing against. Is there anything you've learned by watching somebody else?
Um, Good sportsmanship is important. Um, People will help you beat them, and if you need help, someone will always help you work on it.
Yeah, that's true. It's a family, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. It's one giant family.
Yeah. Have you ever had like kind of an oh no moment in your car, like you're at the starting line and you start to go and something happens and it's like, "Oh no, I can't believe that happened," or not?
I have. I think I was at Galot one time, and my throttle got hung, but
Oh,
I stopped the car safely. But that was definitely a big one, and I've also blew up a motor on track, which that was another big one. But
yeah.
that was definitely an experience.
I would think so. That's kind of scary. Does everybody come running when something like that happens?
Yeah, my parents were one of the first ones to be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Um, Everybody definitely was very came up and helped and got it right the next time.
So 5 years from now, where do you see yourself in racing?
Hopefully, big money bracket racing. I really want to do that. Um,
Okay.
Travel with it.
Yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, how do you use social media? do you, tell us what your page is like, what platforms do you use, and how do you share like where you're going to be, your successes, that kind of thing.
If you go on Facebook and look up Hogan Motorsports, that's how you'll find our page. We normally post if we are going somewhere like a couple days before we're there. And then we'll post like what happened, all of the racing updates, what round we're going in, or what round we went out, and like we'll post like a giant thing at the end of the weekend explaining what happened.
Okay, so I'm going to have to watch this weekend all the way from Phoenix when I'm only 15 minutes from the track. Oh, but I'm going to wish you all the luck in the world, because I think that's a great track to go to, and it's a haul from North Carolina to Michigan.
It definitely is one.
Yeah, at least you're in someplace comfortable that you're riding in. So, do you
Yeah.
have any like go to songs or music that you listen to before you race?
Not really. More like I just go on Spotify and look up whatever. Just pick a
Okay,
random playlist and listen to it.
okay. If you weren't in racing, what do you think you'd be doing instead?
Um, if I wasn't in racing, I would probably be like going to the beach sometimes and hanging out more with my family outside of racing.
Okay,
Um, not just the racetrack, but traveling with them,
yeah.
going sightseeing and stuff.
So, would you consider yourself a competitive person?
Yes, definitely.
Because you seem real kind of laid back and kind of quiet, and sometimes those are the most competitive ones when they get on the track. So I was curious whether
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
you were.
definitely very competitive.
Okay. So what do you have a goal, any kind of goals for this season?
I would hope like just to win a race this season. Um, especially in Michigan. I really want to win that one. Um, but other than that, just win a couple points races
Yeah.
in
What's your
juniors and junior street.
and what's your car look like? What colors are it? What colors are do you have? What number do you have? Tell me what your car looks like.
My car is purple and green, and my car number is 514.
Okay, and they assign that number, don't they?
For regular points races, that's my car number, and we came up with that one. But
Okay.
for some other races, I have an assigned car number.
Okay, because that's your birthday,
Yes, ma'am.
514. Yeah. Okay. So, have you ever thought about racing anything other than a dragster?
Not really. I kind of like my car and definitely want to keep doing it.
Have you ever raced under the lights, like when it's dark and they have to turn
Yeah,
the
I
light?
have. That's definitely very cool.
Do you like that, or racing in the day?
I like racing in the dark better.
Yeah, I think I would too. In fact, when we go on trips, my husband will drive during the day, and I prefer to drive once it starts getting dark. I don't know why. I like that better. So I think I would rather race when it was dark too. Yeah. So, do you have a favorite movie?
Not really. I don't really watch movies.
Okay.
I'll watch the Lightning McQueen one with my little brother sometimes.
Okay. Have you seen the F1 movie yet that came out?
Not yet,
Okay, I haven't
but I
either,
think
but
I'm planning to watch it soon.
I've heard a lot about it. So I haven't seen it yet either, but I've got to get to it for sure. Um, so Mackenzie, is there anything that I haven't asked you about that we just obviously missed about you or your story? Anything you've won, anything at all?
Um, I don't think so.
No. So, your little brother, just one little brother races. Is the other one too young to start yet?
Yes, he's too young right now.
Yeah.
But we have a car for him.
I was just going to say, so is he interested in racing as well when he gets old enough?
Yeah, he definitely wants to. He's really excited to do it. He's just a little too young right now.
Yeah.
He'll sit in my car every once in a while and start playing with the steering wheel and everything.
Pretend that he's you, or pretend that it's him racing down the track.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
definitely.
sure. Well, I don't have any other question. I mean, I have a lot of questions I could ask you, but I think we've kind of covered a lot of your story. I'd be glad to share anything else. 131 Motorsports Park is in Martin, Michigan, just for anybody that doesn't know. This probably is not going to air before you race. So I'll be able maybe to share how you finished once after this weekend. So that'll be fun to be able to share that and put that out there. Now, hopefully you'll let me know how that goes.
I
Um,
will.
yeah. So enjoy your time. It's almost the feel like temperature today in Michigan is 100. So it's pretty warm. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's going to be in the upper 70s. So it's going to be beautiful here when you guys are here for the race. So that's a good thing, because I bet it gets really hot in the car, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I have a fan in my car, so it keeps me a little cool. But with all the safety equipment, it's definitely really hot.
Yeah. And about how long are you in the car before you actually race normally?
I would say like fifth. It just depends on what's going on with the track.
Yeah.
Normally I get in a couple pairs back, just because I can get ready pretty quick, and it's
Yeah.
definitely really hot in the car. So I try
Right.
to get in last minute. But if I am in the car, it's normally like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes longer. Just
So it's
depends.
not too bad, because the pass that you make down the track goes pretty quick.
Yeah, it definitely does.
So what's the fastest that you've ever gone?
Um, 780. I've
And
been faster, but it's definitely something.
yeah. And how big of a track is that?
8th mile.
8 mile. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah. That's pretty fast.
it definitely is.
You don't get nervous thinking about how fast it is. It's just fun for you.
Yeah, I'm more like the thrill of it. I normally don't get nervous with the fast. I really like to go faster, but I
Yeah.
can't because of my age.
Right.
Um, but I
And
definitely like going fast.
how old will you be? How old do you have to be in order to have a faster car?
So I think when I'm 16 for one of the series, I can run 750s.
Okay.
I have to get a license for it. But I think the next step it will be a big car, and I can get in a big car when I'm 16 or 18.
Oh yeah, that's good. So not far away.
Yeah, definitely not far away.
Yeah. Well, Mackenzie, I'm glad that you reached out to me and that we had a chance to talk. I'm going to keep track of you now even closer since we've met, even if it is virtually. It always feels better to be able to talk to you though face to face. So I want to thank you for taking time on your trip today to
Thank
talk to me. I hope you have a safe travel to Michigan. You're going to go right up 131 and go right past Kalamazoo, and that's where I live. So you're not far, but yeah. Next year when you come, I'll try to make sure I'm home so I can come and watch, because I have gone to 131 several times in the past few years when somebody's reached out and said, "Hey, I'm going to be in Kalamazoo, or I'm going to be in Martin racing," and I can just go right up the highway and I'm there. So I love going to watch you in person when I get the chance. So hopefully that'll work out.
thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. So just hang on while I end the recording.
Okay.
That's it for this episode of the Women's Motorsports Network podcast. We hope you've been inspired by the stories I shared today and feel more connected to the amazing community of women in motorsports. Remember, whether you're behind the wheel, in the pits, or cheering from the stands, your story matters. And together, we're driving change and celebrating every milestone. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with someone who loves motorsports as much as you do. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram for updates, behind the scenes content, and more incredible stories. So until next time, stay inspired, stay connected, and keep racing through life. This is the Women's Motorsports Network podcast, where every woman's story is worth celebrating.